Hi. So welcome back to another episode of Outside of Dinner and a Movie.
Yes.
So this topic today is we want to talk about the victory being in
The journey.
the journey of the relationship and not the wedding or not the ceremony. And I feel like that's what Keep Him is all about. When you are dating somebody and you get a proposal and you are super excited, right? You in love, you're up here, and then after the wedding, you just had this beautiful wedding ceremony, and then you go on your honeymoon, and then you're up here. And so I think our focus is on how do we stay up here. Now, that's not to say that you're not going to have issues with each other, and you're not going to have to work through some stuff, but the journey that it takes from wedding day to 20 plus years and on, that's where the victory comes in. And I'll speak for myself, I found out that definitely as we've grown together, there's a more sense of comfortability. Not to say that we stop winning each other's hearts. Like, we still do, stuff to let each other know, like, I'm still trying to win you over. Like, when he walk in a room, you like, oh, there go my mans. So we still want those butterflies and all those feelings to stay active through the years. And so that's the victory, is like, how do you stay active in that love space throughout all the years?
Yeah. And increase the intimacy. And so what happens is oftentimes we're geared up for the wedding, but after that, we have no knowledge of how it's going to go because it's organically created. Like, the oneness is created as you go on the journey. But if you have all your energy for the destination of just wedding, then it's like there's no backbone to go through the ups, the downs, the left, the rights, the things that causes, if we're sensitive enough, causes you to grow together. And so adversity just causes you to figure it out.
Yeah.
Doing it together. And so it's like, if you're not careful, you find out people will celebrate you because you're getting married, but those same people are not there through the time in the long run. And so I'm not saying time, let's be clear, time doesn't mean in love. But if both of your hearts are involved to tackle life's issues together, you'll have a tangibleness of a love that's unquenchable, and the butterflies still exist.
Yeah.
And why you do it is very clear, and so it makes, for me, I like to promote love and promote relationship because it exists.
Okay, so let's talk about things that may meet you along the journey. For one thing that comes to mind is children. And I don't know, I might get a lot of hands raised, but the hierarchy is God, and then husband and wife, then the kids. And a lot of people, once children come into the picture, it's like, oh, we're so focused on the kids. And then by the time the kids are grown and gone, it's like, what are we left with? Because we didn't spend any time here.
And don't even know each other.
Right. We've grown into something else. We like other things. Like, we're still growing as people, but we're so focused on the children that we forget to invest in this.
Yeah. And the investment be all in the kids, and the kids now out of school, in college, graduated from college, starting their own family, and okay, what do I do next? And so on the way, it's like you don't want to forget what what glues you guys together.
Yes.
It's you guys.
Yes.
It's the team that you created. For us, Team Garrett.
Yes. Don't let this journey stop when life things happen.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that was a good point.
What else comes in the journey? We have, I don't know, jobs. You lose your job, you gain a job. And when money becomes scarce, find creative ways to keep this cultivated. It doesn't always have to be a monetary, thing. You can just find ways to still invest in each other, make each other feel the love.
And those, like how you just alluded to, like when you don't have money for the vacation, you can do staycations. Where you can just take
stay
a walk,
at home.
Take a walk, build a picnic in the backyard, or
Remember we used to
do the campfire.
So we used to do, when we first got married, we would lay a whole bunch of blankets out in front of the TV and get all our favorite snacks and lay on the floor and watch. I don't even know what we was watching. Friends. We used to watch Friends. So that was our show. We would lay on the floor with our snacks and watch Friends. But make sure you just build that time to continue to build here.
Yeah.
Throughout the journey, there's gonna be things that come along to kind of pull your attention away from this.
Yeah.
So make sure you be intentional about cultivating this.
And though you go through one season, come out the next. The constant is you and your spouse.
Yep. And then that's another block you've built upon.
Remember the time.
I know this is where I want to be because we made it through this. We made it through this. Remember that time? We made it through that. And it just helps build a stronger foundation for the future. And so then you get to a place where, like, I know this is for me. I know this is the person for me. And the what's it called? The wall that is harder for people to come in and rip that apart. The stronger this becomes.
Yeah, well, the stronger you become one.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of times people, the concept of being one is not that I don't have my own individual mind, but when it comes against the house, we have our own house rules. When we need to agree upon something, the Congress is me and her, and we set the meeting and find how we're gonna navigate whatever we need to tackle together, and not assume anything, because the more you share, the more you tackle it together, the more you become interwoven. And I think time and situations cause you to see how much you appreciate and value just having a life partner.
Who you with?
Yeah. And so it's like the mindset I had because we got married in our early 20s. The mindset that I have in my late 40s now, it's like
I know it's totally different.
And I can't see myself not associated with her, not in love with her, not seeing her point of view on stuff, because we're so much together in a lot of things, even in our individual preferences. I like the things she liked because she likes them and being exposed to it. And so I know on certain things, like she alluded to just earlier about watching Friends. I didn't care nothing about watching Friends. I cared about hanging out with her. And so it's like, how do you filter the moments where it may not be your interest, but what is your interest? It's the fellowship. We laugh together. We pillow talking. We talk about issues that may not be discussed until we have that downtime, and just exploring. And we plan on making it a lifetime to explore. So how do we keep that in place? By finding something good and filtering what you see. We always could say the negative. We always could see the gloom and the overcast, but what do you see good? And so that makes the journey more important and personal, and it gives you praise about your partner because, man, there was a time, and we all could say a time.
Yeah.
But I chose to navigate the time with my mate, and now the substance and the appreciation I have for her is because we went through together. And so there's highs, lows, ups, downs. You may be at 100 one time, and she may be at 20, and then vice versa. And so you covering each other. And so we don't know all the times what those vows may display, how it's going to manifest itself, but we're going to do it together. And so it's like, I can remember, it's like those first months of being married, it's like, man, I'm a husband. Just getting used to hearing husband, my wife. And then same thing with kids. I didn't know nothing about how to be this, that, and the other, but you're learning together and figuring out and picking the brain of your parents and, hey, what did you do when? And so you're trying to look out and see other examples. And that's another reason why this platform for us is existing, to cultivate that. Hey, we're in the struggle to do the work for people can see the tangibleness of what love really looks like. It's real.
Oh, so then let's say this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to leave this video without encouraging people that wherever you are in your relationship, if you can just make it, over or past this, like, there's really something said to adding more firmness to the foundation that you guys have already laid, if that makes sense. Like, the things that you go through in your relationship, once you forget, whatever it is, if you forgive and move on, that is like adding another brick to the wall. Mm-hmm. It's like, and getting to a place where you can pass on those gems to the next couple. Man, we were there. We've been through that, and I'm telling you that there is so much more greater on the other side. Mm-hmm. And so just encouraging everybody, whoever needs to hear this, to just hold on and don't give up. There's really, really victory in the journey that you go through as a couple. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that it? All right. Well, till next time.
Till next time.
Keep the honey in the moon
and in the honey.
Stay in love, y'all.
Stay in love, y'all.